Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. It's me again, Jen. Hello. And it is Wednesday. And I kind of really love Wednesdays because now Wednesdays mean writing class and Wednesdays mean dance class and just all kinds of crazy stuff has started happening. The world is open again. Here we go. Strap in. The ride has begun. So we are on this Wednesday in June dealing with the Insect Tarot by Lauren Sherman. And Lauren Sherman also has a lot of other cool things going on their website. It is Sherman's Planet, and yes, the link is in the description below. If you haven't checked it out yet, what are you waiting for? Also, these cards were graciously gifted to me by my dear friend Frith, who also does some extra special cool stuff that ties into Sherman's Planet. And that is that she makes amazing Gallifreyan circle art that is a language, and that language was created by Lauren Sherman. See, it all comes back around. I totally make sense. Anyway, all of that goes back to bugs somehow. I don't know. Sure. I just think bugs are cool at this point, and obviously Lauren does too. And I am dropping cards, so it is about time to find out what card we have for this Wednesday. Let's see what we've got. Oh, okay, that's a great way to get into the middle of the week. That looks like a very middle of the week kind of chaos card. Anyway, it is the Hierophant, and something really cool that I learned about these cards is that speaking of languages, this glyph right here, I'm not sure how well it shows up on camera, but there is a glyph there, and that actually says Hierophant on it. Isn't that crazy? So like if you look at that, I mean there's a whole lot of stuff going on there. That's a harder one. I did learn to read the moon one because that was only like technically 3 letters, 4 letter word, but 3 letters. And yes, the glyphs are listed in the back of this book. I did find them, and so you can actually learn what the glyphs mean and how to read them, even though, I'm totally making the assumption that that doesn't say something other than Hierophant, because that's what the book told me, is that the major arcana say the names in the glyphs. Also, they have a lot of cool information about the insects and all this other stuff. So the Hierophant, we know, is about structure. It is about societal authority, I guess is the way to put it. It is very dogmatic. It can be very dogmatic, but also it has that energy of like, we have these rules because that is how society functions. If we didn't have these rules, society would not be society. It would be a bunch of individuals walking around. So the Hierophant, while yes, can be very dogmatic, and I have some trouble with the Hierophant a lot of times, it also does depict like how society functions and how we kind of need certain guidelines and stuff in order for things to work out for everyone. So it is interesting. I'm pretty sure this is a bee, and because it kind of looks like a beehive back here, and otherwise I probably wouldn't guess that that's a bee. So with the flowers and the bee and beehives, I do think that beehives are probably the best examples in the bug world of a community all kind of working together and how their integrated society works. Maybe ants as well, but this is again in my very limited knowledge of insects, my growing knowledge of insects, because we are going to now take a look and see what the little book says about the Hierophant and particularly about the critter on there. So let's see. We've got the High Priestess and the Empress, the Emperor. There is the Hierophant. Number 5, by the way, in the Major Arcana. And yes, they are sticking to that on there. So, Apis mellifera, the Western honeybee. Yes, I was right. Okay, I'm super proud of myself. So, institutional knowledge, education, tradition, all of these things, and we trust these things not to lead us astray. So, honeybees have evolved an elaborate traditional waggle dance. That's literally what it says in here, waggle dance. The dance is performed by foragers who return to the colony and inform others of the exact position of food, water, or potential rest locations. In Interesting. Super interesting. So they do this little dance, and being that it's Wednesday and it's dance day, I now think that this is like the perfect card for today because I'm that big of a dork. And okay, so those who observe the dance leave and forage and go do these things, but only 10% of the students continue to follow directions once they leave the nest. So what's the point of teaching them this dance? How does that work? Okay, so despite the precision of the communication, honeybees prioritize their own observations. Oh, that's how it saved itself from its dogmatic doom. Because, yeah, the problem with the dogma of the Hierophant is that if you just follow the rules for the sake of following the rules, and the rules should have a change to them at some point, yes, that can get you into trouble. But if you follow the rules insofar as they are helpful and guiding you, but have an awareness and can think for yourself and have some free will and change the rules if they no longer suit the survival of the species in this case, or the survival of yourself, then it's time to make some changes. That is really cool, actually. I think that's probably one of the best ways to really embrace the meaning of the Hierophant in the positive and not the weaker aspect, but also to note that, hey, the weaker aspect of this is if you follow the rules and you don't follow your own observations, things may have changed before you go out there. The flowers and water and things like that one bee saw, when he comes back, maybe aren't there anymore. Maybe things have dried up. Maybe somebody mowed the lawn and now there's no flowers there. So yeah, I really like this card. I think that this may be the best card in the whole deck that I have come across so far. Super excited about it. I don't usually get this excited about it, but just because it is so uniquely perfect to the deck, but also really explains in a simple, concise way how the meaning of the Hierophant works. So this is really cool. I really approve of this card. Also, until next time, I hope that you follow our kind of guidelines of staying safe, staying healthy, and staying happy, but go by your own observations and change them as you see fit. But always, please try to stay happy. Happiness is so wonderful, and bees are happy. So, until next time, I will see you tomorrow. Bye!